Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Beat Making at SoundsForProducers.com. This is like, I think, part four or part three, part four of this particular beat. We've just been building up slow and steady. Forgive the slow pace for my advanced producers. We just kind of want to take it easy and just develop beats, on a regular scale. I know a lot of people can do like 10, 20 beats in a day, but sometimes, it's all about taking your time and just learning new things, especially, if you're new to production and new to making music, especially like in new DAWs and FL Studio. So if you haven't subscribed, please hit the sub button. As you can see, it's a new channel. Hit the sub button and as well as the bell for notifications so you can see all the other stuff that we post and we have planned for this channel, which is super dope. So really excited to do that. And if you learn anything or I say something crazy or you actually laugh at something I say, please hit a thumbs up and we appreciate your support. So let's get to wrapping this beat up because, for all my producers, I know you get tired of hearing the same melody over and over. And this beat actually has been taking longer than I expected. But, again, like I said, I definitely want to, produce at a slower pace so that way you can follow along and you can learn instead of just whipping through it and just making a beat real quick. So this beat is primarily using the Scorpion Sting Volume 1. These products are available at, the website at the bottom. We're still going through a beta test and making sure everything's working properly so that way it'll be available any day now. So anyway, so let's here's what we have so far. So what I usually, let's add some color here. A quick way to do that is highlight the top one, shift and left click here, and right click on any of the patterns, and you can go to, you can do a random color. Let's do that now. I usually don't like random color because it's kind of like pastels or whatever. Or you can do a gradient. So we'll select the first pattern, select the last one, right click, go to rename color, and then you can kind of pick a gradient. The first one will be green and it's actually going to progress to blue, and you hit enter and it actually does a nice gradient there. And the audio clips don't change color. I think you can change them here. Yeah, you can change them here specifically, but when you do, notice I was under patterns, so I did a gradient for all the patterns. So let's hear what we want to add to this beat. Notice we have three different sounds. It's sounding pretty full, and a good rule of thumb is like maybe 3 to 5 melodies, 3 to 5 different sounds in your beat, so that way it's not overwhelming and you're leaving space for the artist's vocals and audio performance. I had the problem with making beats with at least 20 different melodies. It was insane. It was some really good stuff. I had a lot of great compliments, a lot of great reviews, magazines, blogs, whatever. But artists couldn't really hear themselves in some of those beats. So that's just something I learned through the years of making music. So a good rule of thumb is like 3 to 5 melodies. And sometimes, depending on what you take out and add in, you can switch it up as you build a beat. So I don't know what this needs. Maybe some percussion elements. See what percussion elements I have in here. These are the bonus one shots and some percussions. This actually, I like it hitting this R&B OVO perk. I like it hitting on every other snare. So we're going to create a new pattern, plop it in there, and you can always fix the color later. And we're just going to put it on every other snare. notice it's kind of low, so you can always go to your wrench tool and raise the volume here, as well as in other places in FL Studio. It makes it easy. I'm gonna name the channel. Let's EQ it, cut out the lows. Add some reverb. Make it wide, the stereo separation. Alright, just a little color there. I might add something else. Actually, I like that for the hook. And remember to pitch your instruments. Everything you choose usually has a pitch, and you don't want to have things out of the key. So you trust your ear, and the more music you make, the easier it becomes to learn pitch and know how to pitch things down or up based on the sound. Did I just rhyme? I think I did. So if you like that rhyme, hit a thumbs up in the video. Anyway, check it out. I want it on the end of the beat. And like I mentioned in the last video, if you haven't seen the other episodes, definitely keep your channels organized and name it. Trust me, it helps in the long run when you're mixing and you have tons of different things and you want to know where everything's at. So it's good to stay organized. And with this open hi-hat, we're going to go to wrench tool and shift a little bit just to move it off the grid just a little more. Maybe that's too much. And the piano, I'm feeling to make it a little louder, so let's see what happens. Cool, now it's coming together. And believe it or not, I'm actually going to add some more sounds. I'm just hearing strings for some reason, so I'm going to randomly go to Omnisphere and just see what's in there. Just mess around with some strings. Just something light, something simple, nothing too crazy. Let's go to strings. And there's different ways you can do it too. Let's go to I wanted to do a different way of anyway, let's go to hits and bits. That's hilarious. So here's a combination of pads and strings here. Definitely not that. And to keep things fresh, always, not always, but I usually just shuffle everything because there's so many sounds in here. Let's see what that sounds like. I can barely hear that one. And this song is actually really cheerful for some reason. That's kind of cool. See what it sounds like. Has a lot of movement that I don't want, but it's a cool sound. Too spacey. It's cool. I don't like. You hear the bending and movement? That's the word, bending glass. I like that, so that's cool. Let's just put that in the background. Just a little extra atmospheric sounds. Forgot what key we're in. C sharp. It's already set up. So let's see what this sounds like. Not really feeling that sound, so let's just go with something I think I might find some nice strings in. Expand 2. And you don't need all these different plugins to make, you know, dope music or whatever. Let's see, there's a string that I like to use in here a lot, and I'm not sure which one it is, so it's not pizzicato. Big soft strings. I don't think that's it, but we'll check it out. My bad. Alright, whatever. Found some harps that might sound cool with it. We'll come up with like a quick little small melody here. And kind of follow the other melody that's playing in the piano. We'll make the second pattern unique. Alright. Fix our colors again. Alright, we'll save that. So now we have pretty much the main idea. A quick way of like making a beat is always, not always, but like I say in all my videos, there's not just one way to do things when you make music. A quick way is just to get the ideas out in 8 bars, and then you kind of just structure the beat and spread the beat out. So you'll see that I do it now. I'm not sure how long this video has been. A little longer than I thought, so let me just start building it. This is the 8 bar loop, so let me see what I want to do. And this beat is actually leaning towards like a pop sound or like a pop R&B sound. It's really happy and cheerful, and definitely has, I don't know, if you know what type of artist would sound good on this, let me know. I know it's not a typical trap beat or typical hardcore beat or whatever. I just took this loop right here, and my challenge was to make something different. So if you, that. So we took that and just created something totally different, just to show you that, you know, you can take an element out of itself and make something totally unique and something totally different. And that's exactly what, you know, our aim is for producers with the sounds. I want you to take all these sounds, you know, and make what you want out of it. That's the bonus one shots, where you give you all these drums in addition to all the other sounds that are available and MIDI. So that way you can take these same melodies like that and make your own patterns. That's an ARP, you got some bass going on, you know, and I'll, you know, go through some more. But if you haven't seen it, there was a product demo video we already did of this particular product, so you can go through, check that out if you want to look at every sound. So let's start spacing this beat out. I usually select all, shift, and bring over that 8 bar, and I'll probably do just an 8 bar loop and then just bring the beat in. So usually with intros I take the drums out, but it depends what I want to do. So and you can go to your snap to grid. I like using half beat, that way I can just get a better selection. And I'm thinking just to do a huge pause right here before the beat drops. Sometimes I do different things, like using different plugins, but this one seems pretty straightforward. This last piano note I don't want, so let's check it out. it might sound better with it. So play it half. This melody sounds corny to me. It's just super cheesy. And it's 2 on the grid, so I don't even know what pattern that was. Pattern 13. So what's on pattern 13? And we need to route that to a channel. And it's harps. That's what it is. You see how anal I am? I had to capitalize H. And it's 2 on the grid, so let's take it off a little bit. Add a little hall reverb. Yeah, and just kind of put it in the background. Something a little different, you know. I thought I'll mess around with the hi-hats there. So now we have the intro. It's not a really complex intro, just something straightforward. What I do want to do, this video is getting long, so let me just start getting more done for you guys, so you can see this process of this beat, and then we can, you know, show you some more tricks. So with this, I definitely want to start mixing a little bit. I just get the chorus and just mix it a little bit and see what I want to do, and that way, you know, as the beat progresses, I can just make some little tweaks here and there. So let's hear what we're doing. So we're gonna pan that little like triplet hi-hat to the left. Notice I raise the kick and snare. Usually you want your drums to be the loudest element in the beat. And with this hi-hat, I'm actually going to use an old trick, not a trick, but an awesome plugin, Fruity Panoramic, Panomatic, where you're panning. It's kind of like using automation, but it's in the plugin. You're panning the hi-hats left and right. This is the amount. So first you want to turn on panning, and this is the pattern of each panning. Here, I'll show you. This is the Disrespect hi-hat too. So I'm soloing the hi-hat and letting you hear the effect. So if I turn that up, it should work. Oh, raise the speed. See how it's going back and forth, left and right? Of Hopefully you're wearing like good headphones or have nice studio monitors listening to these beat making videos. But see how it's going back and forth. So I probably don't want that extreme amount. Just want it subtle. And then you always listen to it with the rest of the music. And you get to hear the difference it makes. Remember the last video I showed you how to sidechain too, from the kick to the 808. If you missed that, check out the last episode of this. I believe it's part 3. Alright, so now that we're pretty much mixed, this beat didn't take too long. It's different, when you're showing it on video and then just doing it yourself, because you want to kind of explain what you're doing. So usually I'll do like a 8-bar loop. This is 142 BPM. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3. So that's like double time. So what is that? 8 bars. So kind of feel it and determine where you want the verse to start, and also just count your bars or whatever. So from here, I think I'm just gonna start the verse here and just do an abrupt drop. So from here, I'll take out certain melodies, probably this and this. And we're gonna copy that. So a double time. So it's basically 4 bars. Well, we can count it, and you can also tell by where you're at in the song. See, that's almost 1 minute after the whole first verse. So we'll check it out. As far as spacing is concerned. So I'm gonna take the bass out. And from here, I think I'm going to make that unique and bring it down an octave. These are little tricks you can do to switch up the melodies. I don't know if I like that. Ain't feeling it, so we'll switch it back to pattern 2. And whenever you want to try something different too, you can always use half speed or whatever. And not even having to use half speed, you can always what is that, the piano? You can use gross beat. So let's go to gross beat just to do different things with your melodies. I think it's momentary. So if you right click, you have the different what do you call it, presets, and let's try half speed here. And lower the mix level a little bit and kind of blend the two. So to do that only for the verse, because I want the piano to be regular in the intro and the chorus, so we can right click and insert, right click and insert one. I usually like putting my automation right underneath the instrument that I use to stay organized and just kind of know exactly where I'm at. So a cool way of doing that is highlighting the area that you want the automation. Go to your mix level of that particular plugin, gross beat for instance, and right click here and then create automation clip. So what that does is creates the automation clip within the selected space and only for that area. But you notice gross beat would be on all the way from the beginning up to this point. So let me show you how to disengage that. What you want to do is lower it all the way to off and then initiate song with this position. That way the song starts with it off and then it gets to this automation and turns on. So, and you want it to turn off at a certain point. So easy way to do that is to create a node and lower it. That way it cuts off at this point. And you can always make adjustments if you want to do something else. So let's see what that sounds like again after the chorus. So here we go. It's really bugging out, so I don't know why it's so delayed. Let me try it again. I don't know why gross beat is acting gross right now. It sounded fine when we were listening to it. Now notice it's fine when it starts at this point, but coming out of the chorus it bugs out, so check it out. It's fine now. I don't want to bring the bass in just yet there, so from here we're going to take the hi-hats out and some of the claps, or snares or whatever. Snap. See how it's off now? So it's just a little delay, but it won't be present in the rendering when you render the beat out. Take all these out because there's a change up coming. So there we go. what you hear again from the intro. The song is like so happy. All right, I'm gonna stop there. The chords sound a little crazy to me. Not totally happy with it, but this is just for demonstration purposes and just give you some ideas of what you can do. When you start working on your music and when you use these sounds. Again, this whole beat is made only by sounds from Scorpion Sting Volume 1. Of course, you can use other sounds in the entire pack. Oh wow, yeah, this is the Scorpion Sting and Sauce Mega MIDI pack where it has all the MIDI data from several volumes. Anyway, that's insane right there, because you'll have so much MIDI data where you can just create hundreds of beats over and over with different sounds. It's just crazy what you can do with that. But that is for sale as well. But anyway, just wanted to teach you, a few techniques and also just vibe out on this happy beat. So hopefully it made you feel good. If you enjoyed the video or you learned something or you want to show your support, please hit the sub button as well as the bell so you're part of our notifications and you get to see all the new content we're coming out with. And also keep making great music. Don't worry about trying new things and new techniques, and just learning from other producers, or just taking a step out of the box and doing something totally different. That's what art is all about. So anyway, Sounds for Producers signing out to the next video, and happy holidays everyone. Peace.